Hello everyone and welcome into Cockburn Ice Arena for today's game, the second half of a weekend back-to-back doubleheader between the Perth Inferno and the Melbourne Ice. And in yesterday's game it was the Melbourne Ice who got the win, a 4-3 result over the Perth Inferno in a game that was very much an arm wrestle, plenty of end-to-end hockey, plenty of chances. We've seen a power play goal, a short-handed goal, and the Melbourne Ice able to squeeze out a win as had some goals waved off as well. As we see the Perth Inferno, they are on your screen, and the Perth Inferno after 3 games, 1 win, 1 loss and 1 overtime loss so far this season. We are into week 2 of the competition. Yesterday it was Sarah Salmons for the Perth Inferno who was everywhere across the ice. 2 goals, 1 assist, 3 points, including a brilliant short-handed goal. And Charles Clark-Humpton and Elizabeth Scala also in on the action with some points, picking up 2 points each, with Clark-Humpton grabbing a goal as well in yesterday's contest. And the Perth Inferno, they enter this game on the power play 0 for 15. So they'll be looking to get their power play going on their special teams to start this season. The Perth Inferno 0 for 15. They'll be looking for goals there. And on the penalty kill, they are entering at 45% on the penalty kill so far this season, the Perth Inferno. So they are playing well in Inferno, but they'll be looking to get that those power play units going, and if they can, the Perth Inferno look out for the rest of the competition. Once they get firing on all cylinders with that power play, get that power play going. Another great crowd in here at Cockburn Ice Arena as well, as we come to expect every season now for the Perth Inferno. And their opponents today is the Melbourne Ice, the current defending champions, and have started the season in fine fashion. 3 games, 3 wins, 0 losses, and are looking really, really strong across forwards and defence. Yesterday it was Emily Davis-Tote, 1 goal, 1 assist with 2 points, and Christina Julien picking up 2 goals as well. Captain Steph Cochran got on the score sheet through the power play, scoring a power play goal. So plenty of forwards involved and plenty of people getting some points yesterday for the Melbourne Ice. They entered today with 5 of 14 and a 35% power play. So they're starting to score goals in the power play, the Melbourne Ice. And on the penalty kill, they are going at 100%, the Melbourne Ice. So they are looking strong defensively this season. Yesterday, they did squeeze out that 4-3 win, and it was 34 shots to 32 in favour of the Melbourne Ice yesterday's game. But the Melbourne Ice did put 16 shots to 9 in that third period, so they did get to work in that third period and really put the pressure on the Perth Inferno. And they were able to pick up a much-needed road win. They have not played at home yet so far this season, the Melbourne Ice, but they have won all 3 games this season after travelling to Adelaide and facing the Rush last weekend to open up the season. They picked up back-to-back wins and once again hit the road, headed over to Perth and was able to pick up a tight win yesterday. So a perfect start for the Melbourne Ice as they look to defend their crown this season in the Australian Women's Ice Hockey League. We will pause now for national anthems. All right, the anthems are done, and we are ready for 3 periods of electric hockey between these two teams that very much have championship aspirations and gold medal aspirations when it comes to the finals at the end of the season. And as we did see yesterday, 2 teams that have talent across all lines and high-end talent. Thank you for tuning in wherever you are, all around the world. We do get people from all across the world tuning in to the Australian Women's Ice Hockey League on YouTube, so please hit subscribe, give it a like, and leave your comments in there and get involved. We are Thought Fox Media Group, and I am Andrew McDougall calling the game today. Will be taking charge here at Cockburn Ice Arena as we get set for the opening face-off. Christina Julian for the Melbourne Ice, Olivia Del Basso for the Perth Inferno, and Del Basso does win it off the draw. Catherine Bailey just chips it forward. St. Amant now for the Melbourne Ice, just wheels in behind the net and stays in control. Now just feeds it over to the right wing. Baker just loses the handle on it. St. Amant though gets to the red line and chips it in. And the puck deflects and goes out of play. The Melbourne Ice are shooting to the right of your screen in their road whites. Perth Inferno in their home purples to the left of screen. Melbourne Ice win that. Davis Tope at the draw. The Ice now battling to keep it in the Inferno zone. They do. Inferno now just trying to work it out. Anderson does well at the blue line and keeps it in. Tries to get a shot towards goal. Still has it, does Anderson now. Shoots towards King. Straight into the logo. And King holds on. You see here, Anderson does well. Keeps it in the blue line. Just fires a shot early. Hits some bodies and then gets another opportunity. And King is able to save. Off the draw, the Ice win it. Another shot, wrist shot from the blue line. King's able to get down and just pad that away. Now over in that far corner. Both teams just battling away, digging away to trying to get the puck out. It does come out now in the Inferno. Able to gain control and just chip it along the boards and just feed it out to the neutral zone. That was Zulia McClellan trying to get on the end of that one. He's get worried off the puck. Now the Melbourne Ice through the neutral zone. Just chip it forward and that is intercepted. Pulling. Danielle Butler now on the puck down that left wing. Just gets pushed into the boards by Clark Crumpton, and now Sarah Salmons with the puck through centre ice with speed. Takes the blue line now. Goes around all the defenders. Feeds it back in front. Looking for Scala. Wasn't there. Georgia McClellan backhand pass to Salmons. Clark Crumpton in behind the net. Couldn't control that one. It's a battle on the boards near side. Scala's in there for the Inferno. Scala's able to dig away at it and get it out. Salmons keeps it in at the blue line. Still does have it now. Salmons still got it. Salmons now looking for a lane. Now fires a wrist shot. That goes high and wide. McClellan keeps it in at the blue line. Dumps it down into that far corner. Puck is just bouncing around. Now it's in behind the net. Melbourne Ice still can't get it out. Now Scala on the puck, trying to work away in front of the crease. Clark Crumpton just falls over at the last second. Georgia McClellan does well to jump up off the blue line. Just chips it in behind the net. Jackwitz tries to find St. Amant. Can't. Clark Crumpton now still has the puck. Feeds it across the blue paint and there's no one there. Butler just holds onto the puck. It just goes across ice. There is no one there. Abby Webb feeds it over to that right wing. Malcolm just wraps it around the boards, waiting for some troops to arrive. Pullen gets there first. Del Basso's there to pressure. Pullen digging away at it. The puck comes out. And now the Melbourne Ice through Godfrey. Just tries to chip it up and in, but it goes into the body. Pullen now does chip it down and deep in behind the net. Bailey. Backhand past Zoe Webb. Inferno chip it forward. Wrigley Eunice just gets body off the puck by Marina Noddle. Now Garbutt now with some space. Tries a wrist shot towards the goal. That goes wide. Bailey collects it near the blue line. Another wrist shot towards goal. His body's in front. The puck is loose. Couldn't get a stick on it. And now the puck comes out as Anderson with speed. The arm goes up as the puck bounced past Bailey, and Anderson with speed drew the tripping penalty. The Melbourne Ice, they'll go on an early power play here in the first period. Jessica Meggs is in goal for the Melbourne Ice today. Off the draw. The puck beats everyone. Goes out to the neutral zone. Now Scala, one-on-one. Looking for a lane. Cuts back in. Fires a shot past Meggs and scores! Elizabeth Scala, as the puck bounced out of the zone, able to gather it in the neutral zone. One-on-one, just cut back into the slot. As you see here on the replay, Scala with speed. Just goes across glove side. And the Perth Inferno, they take the early lead here, 1-0. And a short-handed goal there for the Perth Inferno. We did see Salmon score one yesterday. And Scala gets another short-handed goal for the Inferno today. Salmon's now trying to chase that puck down. Gets there in that far corner. Salmons and Cockburn. We will have a face-off at centre ice. Del Basso falls and tries to win it. It's Godfrey now has got the puck in the Inferno zone. Looking for a teammate. Feed it down low. Just flashed that one across the crease. There was no one home. Now the Inferno go back the other way. Del Basso just protecting the puck. Feeds it into the slot. There's no one there. He's looking for Jamie McKenzie. He just chips it in behind the net. Butler now for the Melbourne Ice with speed. Looking to cut back in front. Just chips it. That goes wide. Feeds it in behind the net. Butler. Anderson in the slot. King just pads that one aside. Godfrey. The Inferno now able to break clear. Garbutt, nice hands. But Anderson getting back defensively. Garbutt now still has it. Anderson loses a stick, tries to feed it in front. Now the Melbourne Ice can work their way out. Just offside there was Shana Godfrey. Just couldn't hold the line. Time winding down on this power play for the Melbourne Ice. Off the draw. Only 10 seconds to go now. Salmons now with speed looking to gather that puck. Does. Shoots towards Meggs. Meggs able to hold on to that one. You see here again, short-handed Salmons with speed, able to gather the puck. This score short-handed yesterday, but the Perth Inferno, very dangerous. Short-handed. Off the draw, they're battling. Salmons just feeds out one in behind there, and Saint Amart will go collect it for the Melbourne Ice. Worried off it by Scala now. Clark Crumpton controls it, shoots. That goes wide. Bailey just protects the puck. Tried to feed it down to Scala. Bounced off the skates. Bailey keeps it in and just dumps it back in towards Meggs, and a bouncing puck. Meggs able to hold on. You see there, it's a little shot, bouncing puck, and difficult to control those shots when they're bouncing. Bodies in front. First game of the season for Jessica Meggs. In goal for the Melbourne Ice. Cooper at the blue line. They go D to D. Del Basso. In behind the net. Melbourne Ice got plenty of numbers. Now they're able to break clear. Cockburn just chips it and tries to go after her own puck. Gets it now. In behind the net. Looking for a teammate in front. Cooper does well to pressure Cockburn. The Ice still have it. In that far corner. Battling away. Now Cooper looks to gain the puck behind the net and does for the Inferno. Pass goes past Malcolm. The Ice just push it forward. And we have a whistle. That is icing. Butler and Garbutt will battle at the face-off. McKenzie just feeds that one in front. Looking for a teammate. There's no one there. Butler now. Just battling away here with McKenzie. The Inferno win out. Now down that right wing, the Inferno enter the zone. Looking for a shot towards Meggs. Bodies in front. Garbutt now collects it. Feeds it back towards the slot. Couldn't quite control it. It was really McClellan. Godfrey now. It's worried off the puck. The Inferno, they try to feed it in front again. There's no one there. The Melbourne Ice. Makoviak and Godfrey bump into each other. Baker gets worried off the puck. Lily McClellan now collects for the Inferno. Still there, Lily McClellan. Gets to the blue line and dumps it in, and they'll make a change. Saint Amart now. Skating forward. Just chips it. Gets to the red line and chips it, but it's cut off by the Inferno. Georgia McClellan. That pass is picked off. This gets dumped in behind. Godfrey feeds it in front. Melbourne Ice trying to get a quick shot on King. Goes all the way down the other end. Georgia McClellan against Saint Amart. Saint Amart does well. Wriggles her way out. Now Christina Julien going forward, just chips it in towards Numisevic. offside call. Inferno win that one, and the puck just gets slapped forward. Grigory Unis for the Melbourne Ice. He spins and turns and finds Anderson. Anderson now chips it forward and then regathers. Still has it. Anderson now enters the zone. Davis Tope. Anderson in behind the net. Gathers the puck. He just dumps it in back to Davis Tope in behind the net. Still has it. Feeds it back up to Grigory Unis at the blue line. Holds onto it. And just dumps it down low. Davis Tope now has the puck. Looks to chip it in front. There was no one there. Anderson now will go out to gather it. Just tries to chip it in down low again. Anderson has it now in that far corner, pressured by Bailey. Salmons goes in to help, trying to dig it out. Anderson still has the puck now. Does well in behind the net. Looks to feed in front. There's no one there. The Inferno do well to just chip it away. Now Clark Crumpton feeds it to Salmons. Salmons now through the neutral zone. Looks to get a shot towards Meggs. That's blocked. The Melbourne Ice now will go back the other way. Chipped forward by Anderson. Davis Tope. They'll make a change to Melbourne Ice. Gives the Inferno some time now. They feed it forward. Salmons. Little backhand pass looking for Clark Crumpton. They keep it in at the blue line though. Now shot to the far post. They couldn't quite corral it. It was Clark Crumpton. It was Cooper. Fed that pass. Big opportunity there. Cooper now defensively for the Inferno. St. Amart now collects a wayward pass in behind the net. The defender has jumped up into the play, feeds it forward. They get a shot on goal. King's able to save. You see here, St. Amart just feeding it in front. It was Butler getting a shot on King, and King's able to save. The Inferno now looking to get out of their zone. They do. Georgia McClellan takes the blue line, looking for a lane. Fires a shot towards Meggs that goes wide. Malcolm now. A wrist shot towards goal. Off some bodies. St. Amart there for the Melbourne Ice does well. They try and feed it forward. They do get it out of the zone. Now Daniel Butler with speed. Has room. 2-on-1 here. Fires a shot. Goes wide of King. Now the Inferno, can they get something going? It's the Melbourne Ice now. They just chip it into that far corner. Baker will chase after it. Gets held up in that far corner. Noddle goes in there for support for the Inferno. Godfrey for the Ice as well. The Inferno able to get it out though. They'll try and chip it along the boards, but it is kept in. That was Julian. And we do have a whistle. We have a face-off to the left of King. Off the face-off, the Melbourne Ice win it. Pullen with a shot towards goal. That is blocked. The Inferno now. They still have it, the Inferno. They get a shot on Meggs. That is blocked. Big diving block there by the Melbourne Ice. Pullen has lost a stick. Looks like it's snapped. The Melbourne Ice now, they do have time to get out of the zone. Baker just holds it up. Get out to the neutral zone, but it's chipped off by Garbutt now. Stangles her way in, spins and turns. Looking for some teammates. Now just feeds it across to the blue line. Bailey gets a shot towards goal. Goes wide. Try and feed in front. St. Amart's there. The puck is just sitting there. Meggs can't cover it. His body's falling. He's Magnuson for the Perth Inferno. Finally, the Melbourne Ice. We see on the replay, the puck's just sitting here. St. Amart's just trying to push the puck for Meggs to cover it up, and they finally do. Melbourne Ice leading the shot count 5-4. Real arm wrestle to start this game. Off the draw, Anderson takes the puck for the Melbourne Ice, as chips it along the boards. They're trying to get out of their own zone. Davis Tope now does feed into the neutral zone, and Anderson will gather the puck, enter the zone with speed. But a great diving defensive play by Cooper. Now Davis Tope has the puck, shoots towards goal, it goes wide. Jackwitz now collects it on the blue line, finds a teammate. That was Davis Tope, who just tried to feed it in front, but was picked off. The Inferno now is trying to get out of their own zone. St. Amant at the blue line for the Melbourne Ice, a wrist shot towards goal. His body's in front, and King's able to make the save. You see here on the replay, the Inferno just can't get it out, and St. Amant at that blue line, it's the wrist shot, body's in front, but King's able to see it and track it and make the save. Off the face-off. The Ice keep it in, a slap shot from the blue line. It doesn't go anywhere. The Inferno now able to get it out of the zone. A nice little backhand pass to Sarah Salmons with speed. Takes the blue line. Looking for a teammate as Scala streaking in. Just plays it back to Clark Crumpton. Clark Crumpton now able to get it back to Salmons. Salmons now looking for Scala. He couldn't quite get on the end of it. Georgia McClellan keeps it in and chips it in towards Scala. Scala now outnumbered 2-1. Has some support now. Both teams are digging away at it. Cockburn spins and tries to get it out and does. Abby Webb now feeds it to Salmons. Clark Crumpton jumps it into the play to help Salmons. Salmons now has the puck. Spins and turns. Puck bounces off the boards and Georgia McClellan will collect. Now the Melbourne Ice through Danielle Butler. Able to gather the puck, has Baker in the middle. But Georgia McClellan does well. Just to strip Butler of the puck. Puck is now held up at the end boards. Scala now able to find Clark Crumpton. Has Salmons trying to exit the zone. Can't. Godfrey now just chips it off the boards and regathers the puck herself. Godfrey in behind the net. Gets held up by Georgia McClellan. The puck does come out now for the Inferno. Now they have it. Clark Crumpton. Backhand pass in behind the net. Finds Malcolm. Tries to feed it back in front. Del Basso. They have it in behind the net. They feed it towards the blue paint. There's no one home. Another shot from the blue line. His body's in front. Meggs makes a save. The puck is still loose. Sticks everywhere. Players just sitting on the puck now, and the puck finally does come out in behind the net. The Melbourne Ice can't get it out. Bailey just chips it back in. St. Amant will chase after it. Del Basso's there to pressure. Marina Noddle goes in to help Del Basso. The puck comes out and St. Amant able to gather. And now Anderson able to get the puck. 1-on-1 here. Cuts back in. Has support. Davis Tope. Julian looks to fire a shot and that gets blocked. Julian now collects the puck. Spins and turns. Chips it in front. There's no one there. They just feed it down into that far corner. Feed that one in front. There's no one home for the Melbourne Ice. The Inferno, they can finally chip it out and make a change. 3:52 remaining in the period. Marnie Pullen now chips it and chases after her own puck. The two defenders, Cooper for the Inferno, Pullen for the Melbourne Ice. They battle. The Inferno win out. Lovely backhand pass into the neutral zone. Now we have Lily McClellan going forward. Needs some support. A little backhand pass now. Finds a teammate. Had it back to goal and got worried off the puck, but they keep it in the Ice zone. They fire another shot towards goal. Meggs able to push that wide. The Ice just chip it out. Cochran now, the captain for the Melbourne Ice. Can't quite control it. We have a whistle. 3:13 remaining in the period. Off the face-off, St Amant is able to gather the puck and skate away. Still does St Amant. Just gets held up by Salmons near the red line. Able to chip it in, but only as far as the Inferno. They can work their way out now. Salmons goes over to that right wing. Inferno, they do get stripped of the puck. Still trying to pressure to keep it in the ice zone. They do. Salmons does well. Nice stick work. Feeds it back into the slot. Backhand pass to Clark Crumpton, who shoots, and a great block in front of goal by the Melbourne Ice as they just lift it up and out over to that left wing. And Shana Godfrey now with speed gathers a puck, shoots towards King. That goes wide. Butler feeds it into that corner. Butler will chase after it now. Godfrey's in there battling away with Cooper. Scala finds Clark Crumpton. Clark Crumpton's 2-on-1 here. Great work by Clark Crumpton. Just dangles and able to get a shot away. Just couldn't quite get enough on it. And Meggs is able to make the save as Clark Crumpton goes off for a change. We see here just waiting for some teammates, but the Inferno making a change, and Clark Crumpton able to get the shot away, but just not enough on it. .204 remaining in the period. Off the face-off, the puck goes out to that far corner, and the Melbourne Ice are able to chip it and get it out of the zone now. Del Basso for the Inferno. Feeds it back to her defender. They just chip it off the boards. Noddle's looking to collect it. The Inferno do get it now, and they dump it in. They'll chase after it. Malcolm's there. Trying to keep it in the zone. There's a battle as the puck goes up and into the netting, and we'll have a face-off. Garbett and Davis Tope. The battle off the face-off. The Melbourne Ice able to win it. Raimundo just backhands that one out of the zone. Inferno have to come out and try and dump it back in. Raimundo does well again defensively. Melbourne Ice now to the Inferno, able to gather the puck. It's Garbett. Gets worried off it by Anderson. We do have a whistle. And it looks like Anderson will be going into the penalty box on a hooking call. So the Perth Inferno now with 1:12 remaining in the period. We'll get a late power play opportunity here. As we did mention prior to the game, yet to score on the power play this season. 0 for 15. The Perth Inferno. The face-off, the Ice are able to win it. As Butler gets it back to St Amant, who's able to clear the puck all the way down the end of the ice. 1 minute remaining in the period. Scala goes across ice. And Inferno dump it back, but it exits the zone. They'll have to retreat and start all over again. Now Danielle Butler pressures Scala in the neutral zone, able to win the puck. Just holds onto it. Now gets worried off it in the Inferno. Now they'll go forward. Bailey, with speed, pulls on the brakes, finds Salmons in behind the net. Salmons still has it, so that's Salmons. Feeds it back up to the blue line. Gets a slap shot towards goal. It bounces off some bodies and goes wide. Bailey now will collect. 15 seconds remaining in the period. Godfrey does well. Salmons now collects the puck. Clark Crumpton in behind the net as well. They feed it back up towards the blue line. It's a wrist shot towards goal. It bounces off some bodies. The puck is loose. Salmons tries to shoot. 2 seconds remaining in the period. Butler now for the Melbourne Ice has it. And that will do us for the first period on this second half of a back-to-back weekend between these two teams. And it is the Perth Inferno off a beautiful short-handed goal from Elizabeth Scala. They have the 1-0 lead, but a real big arm wrestle between these two teams. Opportunities at both ends. So plenty of feeling in this one, and a real tough battle between the Perth Inferno and the Melbourne Ice. It is the Inferno, they lead this one 1-0. We'll have a short intermission and we'll come back for the second period. Don't go anywhere. Two big periods of action to come. Welcome back to Cockburn Ice Arena for this second half of a back-to-back doubleheader between the Perth Inferno and the Melbourne Ice. The Perth Inferno leading this one 1-0. I am your play-by-play commentator, Andrew McDougall. We are Thought Fox Media Group. Thank you for joining us for this game here in the Australian Women's Ice Hockey League as we look at a head-to-head after the first period between these two teams. And it was a tight arm wrestle. The Perth Inferno leading 1-0, and they do lead the shots 9-6. The save percentage for Sasha King at the moment is 100% and a .889% for Jessica Meggsy in goal for the first game this season for the Melbourne Ice. The penalties are 1 each, and both have 0 for 1 on the power play so far this season. The Inferno, as we did mention earlier, they are still looking for their first power play goal this season, currently at 0 for 16 after entering today's game at 0 for 15. And we look at the Australian Women's Ice Hockey League standings, and the Melbourne Ice, the defending champions, are currently on top. 3 games played and 3 wins. The Sydney Sirens, they did play last weekend down in Melbourne against the Melbourne Ducks and have this weekend off. They sit second with back-to-back wins down there against the Melbourne Ducks. Perth Inferno, they do sit in third position heading into this weekend on 4 points from 3 games played. And the Brisbane Lightning, they sit in fourth, 2 games played as they split the weekend last weekend on home ice against the Perth Inferno. And the Adelaide Rush, they are in 5th position on 2 points. And the Melbourne Ducks, they sit at the foot of the standings in 6th position with 3 games played and 1 point. The fresh expansion team into the competition, the Australian Women's Ice Hockey League, which is absolutely fantastic to have more teams and more opportunities for women across the country and abroad to head to Australia and ply their trade here in the Australian Women's Ice Hockey League. As this league continues to grow year on year, and with that, the talent level is rising and rising as we see each and every weekend, and as we are seeing today here at Cockburn Ice Arena, as we get set for the opening puck drop for this second period. Now the Perth Inferno, they will start this second period on the power play. So they'll be looking to see if they can get their first power play goal of the season. They're currently on power play 16. The Perth Inferno, they'll shoot to the right of your screen in their home purples, and the Melbourne Ice in their road whites will shoot to the left of your screen as we get set to drop the puck. Puck is dropped. The Perth Inferno do win it. Bailey, the captain, just holds onto the puck and just cuts back and getting pressured by Butler. It's one thing we did see yesterday with the Melbourne Ice. They are aggressive on the penalty kill. Salmons just dumps it in and wraps it around the boards. And behind the net now, Inferno have it. They just feed it back up to the blue line. Bailey now, just a wrist shot towards goal. Meggs makes a save. In that far corner now, Butler battling away against the Inferno. Puck does come out now to Bailey. Just a backhand pass D to D. Georgia McClellan now just chips it in behind. Scarlett, pressured by St. Mark. They just feed it back up to the blue line. A slap shot towards goal. Meggs makes a great save. The puck bounces out now. Anderson will take it away. We are back to 5-on-5 hockey. The puck is chipped down into the ice zone. We have icing. See here, a slap shot from near the blue line. Great save from Meggs, got down low with the pads. Has looked solid, Meggs in goal. After the draw, we have a whistle. We'll do it all again. Off the draw. Ice able to keep it in the Inferno zone. Pullen dumped it in. On that far side now, Anderson looking to collect it, does now for the Melbourne Ice. Just spins and gets worried off the puck. Now the Inferno, they just chip it against the boards, trying to get it out. It's Clark Crumpton trying to find Salmons. Salmons can't get to the puck. Now Clark Crumpton able to just chip it, try and get it forward, but Marnie Pullen get back there defensively for the Melbourne Ice. It's getting pressured, spins and turns and just chips it out of the zone. The Inferno have to retreat and they just dump it back in. Now in that far corner, the Ice just get worried off it. Marina Noddle now has the puck for the Inferno. In behind the net, they feed it back in front. Noddle tries to shoot on goal. Couldn't find the clear lane. Has it now, Noddle. Just backhands that one towards goal. They still have it. They feed it in front. There's a shot on goal. Meggs gets down low to make the save. The puck is loose in the Perth Inferno. They score. Just battling away in front of the net. Just feeding it in front and digging away at it. And the Perth Inferno, they get the first goal of this second period. You see on the replay, as Del Basso at the far post gets a shot on goal. They just keep digging away and digging away at it. And it looks like Olivia Del Basso did get the final touch. The Perth Inferno, they lead this one 2-0. Julian now in behind the net. Tried to feed it in front. There's no one there. The puck comes out into the neutral zone. Alita Jackwitz now. Finds Godfrey. Godfrey tries to feed it to Julian. It's picked off by Cooper. Inferno now trying to keep it in the zone. They do. Garbutt now has the puck. Just deeks and dangles. Looking for a lane to shoot. Can't. Gets stood up. Baker tries to go across ice and Lily McClellan just intercepts that one, just chips it in, but that gets nice stick work from Julian to bat that one down. They still have it now though. Cooper just tries to wrap it, takes a weird bounce. Garbutt goes in behind the net to collect. St. Amart though for the Melbourne Ice just pushes that one off the boards. And now the Melbourne Ice, they'll try and set something up. Just working their way in. It's Godfrey. Still has the puck, does Godfrey. Just leaves it to the St. Amart at the blue line. Loses the handle on that one. Defensively though, the Melbourne Ice able to control. St. Amart couldn't find the teammate, too much on the pass. Goes all the way down to King, who just pushed it in behind the net. Loses an edge behind the net was the Melbourne Ice player. Now Danielle Butler gathers the puck. Can't control it. The Perth Inferno, they just feed it across ice just to try and relieve some pressure. The Melbourne Ice now. Marnie Pullen collects the puck. Couldn't find a teammate. No clear possession at the moment as both teams just chip it forward. Bailey does well. Gathers the puck. Under pressure from Butler, but we do have an icing. So no clear possession in that last sequence of plays. Both teams just sort of chipping it forward and defenders able to just pick it off. Off the face-off. Both teams battling. The Ice able to just shovel it out. Inferno now. Malcolm just chips it into the zone. They get a shot towards Meggs. Gets down and saves. The Melbourne Ice now able to just chip it up. Looks like the puck has gone out of play. See here on the replay, he's trying to get a shot towards goal and it's a good save from Meggs. Getting down low. Now the Inferno just holding the puck up. Still battling away. Noddle's in there for the Inferno. Still trying to win it. They do now. Still Basso tries to feed it back up to the blue line, but it's picked off by the Melbourne Ice. Now Anderson with speed enters the zone. Still going. Anderson fires a shot towards King. It hits King and bounces up in the air. There's a loose puck. The Inferno now through Noddle, able to clean it up. In that far corner, the Inferno player loses an edge. Noddle goes in there to gather the puck. Plenty of pressure here from the Melbourne Ice. Davis Tope goes in there now. Puck is still trapped along the boards. Now they have it, the Melbourne Ice. Shoot towards King, his body's in front. Anderson has it in behind the net now, looking for a teammate. Feeds it back up towards the blue line, but it's picked off by the Perth Inferno. They just chip it off the boards. Goes all the way down the other end of the ice for icing. Great work there for the Melbourne Ice. See Anderson here with speed. Shoots on King. King able to just stand tall. Hits the logo. Bounces up. There was an opportunity, but the Inferno able to gather and clean it up. Georgia McClellan now. Can't get it out of the zone. The Ice keep it in. They shoot towards King. There's a loose puck. King couldn't quite track it. Now the puck goes out of play. It's another big opportunity. The shot there on King. There was a loose puck. Godfrey was waiting. Good period of play here in the last few minutes for the Melbourne Ice. Pulling now. Off the face-off. Shoots towards King. Goes through some bodies and King just tracked it late. Godfrey now has the puck. Trying to dangle her way through. Can't. The Inferno able to get it out. The Ice, though, able to sweep up that defensively. Inferno, though, Zillian McClellan at the red line, dumps it in. The Ice, though, now going forward. Godfrey now collects, trying to work her way through. Can't. Pulling now, has the puck. Just chips a backhand pass to Julian. He tries to shoot, that deflects and goes wide. Now in that far corner, great pass back up to the blue line. A shot towards goal, it goes way wide. The loose puck in front of King. And King able to cover up. So we see on the replay here, shot towards goal. There's a loose puck and King's able to cover it up. So it looks like the Melbourne Ice now will go on a power play here. Jamie McKenzie is sitting in the box. (13-14) remaining in the period, so it's a big opportunity now here for the Melbourne Ice to try and get their power play going today. Get one back and get right back into this game. Off the face-off, bit of a scramble at the dot. Both teams trying to get it out. The Ice do now. Cockburn at the blue line. Davis Tope. Back to Cockburn. Cockburn tries a wrist shot. Not enough on it. Perth Inferno able to clear. The Ice now lose control of that puck. Still able to get it out. The Inferno doing a great job to pressure. Malcolm goes in there now for support. It's a great job there from the Perth Inferno. Really putting the pressure on the penalty kill. We do know they love a short-handed goal, the Perth Inferno. Davis Tote wins that face-off. Jamie McKenzie in the box for cross-checking. Anderson now feeds it back to Davis Tote. Spins and turns. Still has it. Davis Tote just dumps it back off to Marnie Pullen. Pullen at the blue line. He's looking for a lane. Fires a wrist shot now towards King's. Body's in front. There's a loose puck. Daniel Butler was there in front, looking for the redirect. Pullen keeps it in the blue line. Back now to Butler. Butler now shoots on King, and King gets down low, makes a save and holds on. A couple of good chances there for the Melbourne Ice. So this one for Butler. It's a wrist shot on goal, and King makes a save. The one previous as well, Pullen shoots from the blue line, and Butler was just sliding into screen, looking for that tip or the redirect. .47 seconds remaining on the power plate. Pullen now at the blue line, just walks it. A wrist shot towards goal. And King able to save that one. See here off the face-off, Pullen is walking that blue line, looking for a lane, able to fire. Malcolm got down low to try and block that one. Off the face-off, Noddle does well to try and win it for the Inferno. In behind the net now, Butler. Butler regathers the puck, just fans on that one. And the Inferno just chip it up and out. 20 seconds remaining on the power play. Now the Ice. Julian has the puck. Looking for a teammate, it was Butler. Couldn't quite get to it, and the Inferno, they do well. Time winding down on the power play. Successful kill for the Inferno. Jamie McKenzie now comes out of the box. Back to 5-on-5 hockey. Julian, pressured by McKenzie, just holds it up. Feeds it back up to the blue line. Malcolm, though, intercepts that one. Now Jamie McKenzie will track this one down. Enters the zone. McKenzie now fires a shot towards Meggs. Meggs makes a save. There is a rebound. The puck is loose. It's still loose. The Inferno still digging away at it. McKenzie's there. But now finally, the Melbourne Ice able to come away with it. Christina Julian outnumbered here, trying to go alone. Still has the puck though, does well. Anderson going into support. Godfrey now goes over for the Ice. Yeah. Still keep it in. They just chip it into that far corner. Still have it now, the Melbourne Ice. They get a shot towards goal. That is blocked. That was Davis Tope. Now at the blue line. St. Amant puts it in front of into the slot, and Anderson with a great redirect goal. Able to get it past Sasha King. And Anderson opens up the account for the Melbourne Ice. You see here, St. Amant just controls it, shoots towards the slot. A great redirect there from Anderson. Just lifts it up, gets it past King. The Melbourne Ice get one back. The Inferno lead at 2-1. St. Amant tries to chip that one forward. The Inferno, no, they just bounce it off the balls. It was Lakoviak. That'll be icing. So the two imports for the Melbourne Ice combining on that goal. St. Amant just feeding into the slot. Anderson able to put it away. Just under 10 minutes remaining in the second period. Scala now just chips it forward, and Salmon's able to gather. Anderson does well to get over and just pressure Salmons off the puck. The puck is Fed back in front towards Meggs. Puck is bouncing. There's Scala there trying to dig away and chip it in, but Meggs gets down and makes a save. If you see here, really something from nothing. Clark Crumpton just feeds it towards goal, and Scala was there. Meggs able to cover the corners and hold on to the puck. Butler is trying to gather that off the face-off. And behind the net, it's pulling. Little backhand pass. Still battling away. He's trying to get it out the Inferno. Still trapped in between the skates, and the officials have had enough. Off the face-off. The Ice do win it. They try and clear. Try and pass their way out. They do get out of the zone now, as Butler will try and track that one down, but Bailey gets back for the Inferno. Bailey still has it. Little backhand pass. They do exit their zone, and McClellan just chips it forward, looking for a sister to get onto it. That is Lily McClellan. The Ice get there first. Pulling now, able to control the puck and exit the zone. Just tries to feed it forward. There's no one there. Julian will chase after it. Zoe Webb gets it though. Just holds up in behind the net. Now the Inferno down that left wing. Great pass into the slot. Tries to get a shot on goal. That was Scala. It goes wide of the net. Scala still has it. Tries a wraparound opportunity. Meggs gets across and makes a great save. You see here, Scala just gathering the puck in behind the net and tries a wraparound opportunity. Meggs just pushing over. Inferno win that one. The Ice able to gather though. Godfrey now just chips it into the neutral zone. The Ice now, St. Amart. Pulls on the brakes. Inferno tried to shoot from the blue line. It was McClellan. Now, the Ice go forward now. An opportunity here. Couldn't quite dangle their way through. It was Godfrey. Godfrey still has it. Just chips it in behind the net. Julian now just spins and turns and plays it down low. Baker feeds it back to Julian. Julian just chips off the boards and tracks the puck herself. Still has it, does Julian. Still Julian. St. Amart now able to gather the loose puck. Looks for Raimundo at the blue line. Raimundo now gathers the puck and just chips it in off the boards in behind the net. They feed it in front. There is no one there for the Melbourne Ice, and it bounces out to the neutral zone. Raimundo. Malcolm now just chips it. Could it get into the zone? The Ice hold it up. They do have it now. Anderson is going forward, feeds it out to Davis Tope. Malcolm, though, able to gather the puck. Just pushes it forward. Inferno now. Del Basso able to gather the puck. Fire on Meggs, and Meggs makes a great glove save. The puck goes in behind the net. McClellan now just lifts it up into the neutral zone. Noddle finds Del Basso. Back to Del Basso now from Cooper. Del Basso just chips it in, chases after her own puck. Anderson spins and turns. Inferno just trying to trap it in there. They do. They still have the puck now. A little backhand shot there from Del Basso, gets blocked. Del Basso just pushes it into the corner. Noddle now collects for the Inferno. Noddle still has it. Good hands from Noddle. Just tries a backhand opportunity. Goes wide. McKenzie now. In behind the net here. Both teams just battling away. McKenzie's there for the Inferno. The puck comes out. Anderson. The Ice now will try and go forward. Anderson tries to feed it. It goes all the way down to King. He's looking for Nusimovic there. Couldn't quite gather the puck for the Ice. As we see here, Del Basso streaking in now, gathers the puck, fires on Meggs, and a great glove save from Meggs. Just pushes it in behind. Pulling now defensively for the ice. Genesis is there as well. Now the ice. Butler just couldn't quite gather it. Lukoviak now outnumbered, controls the puck, hangs onto it, still has it. Gets past Pullen, goes in behind the net. Plenty of numbers there for the Melbourne Ice, and they do win out at the moment. And the puck comes out into the neutral zone. Clark Crumpton now just backhands it back into the zone. There's no one there. The Ice, they just chip it out. Genesis now for the Melbourne Ice. Has Cooper for company. Does well to control it. Leaves it for Butler. Butler now just spins and just leaves the puck behind. The Inferno just chip it up into the neutral zone. St. Lamont just falls, loses an edge. Still able to gather the puck though. Spins and turns, is pressured there by Salmons. Still has it St. Lamont. There's plenty of numbers for the Inferno. Trying to win the puck. They do have it now. Bailey does well just to keep it in the zone for the Inferno. The puck's just sitting there. Now the Melbourne Ice can finally... Nice pass against the boards. Godfrey now streaking on that far side. Fires on King. Good save from King. Big opportunity for the Melbourne Ice. Salmons feeds it back to the defender. They just chip it forward. Clark Crumpton now has the puck. Just a backhand pass to Scarlo. Shoots on goal. That goes wide. Big slap shot. Bailey dumps it in. Finds Salmons. Looking at Clark Crumpton. That pass is picked off. Now the Melbourne Ice get to the red line. They tip it in. They make a change. Baker out there to pressure for the Ice. Now Del Basso down that left wing. Takes his zone. Just holds up. Pulls the brakes on. Looks for the pass up near the blue line. Finds Noddle. Noddle just backhands it towards Meggs, who gets down and saves with the pads. Del Basso feeds it in behind the net. It's in that corner now. Both teams just holding the puck up. Dutton falls down. The Inferno have it now. Noddle holds onto the puck. Backhand pass looking for Del Basso. Couldn't quite control it. The Inferno, they keep it in. That was Abby Webb. Great job defensively. Del Basso now just chips it up and in. They will make a partial change. Anderson has the puck now. Little wrist shot towards goal. It goes up and over the goals. Now Davis Tope will gather the puck. Garbutt now for the Inferno. Try and relieve some pressure. Good stick there from the Ice, but Lily McLean gathers now. Perth Inferno. Jamie McKenzie now gets held up along the boards. Gets stripped of the puck. Cooper now just trying to protect that puck as she enters the zone. A shot on goal. Off the skates of Pullen, goes in behind the net. The Inferno just trying to feed it in front. Couldn't quite collect the puck. It's Jamie McKenzie. The puck is held up at the end boards now. Digging away at it. At the blue line now, Cooper fires a shot, blocked. The puck gets sent all the way down the end of the ice. We have an icing call. So some big opportunities for both teams here in this game. As you see this replay again. Great save from Meggs. Powerful shot from Del Basso. Del Basso is a great finisher. Meggs able to get the glove up, push it aside. Inferno, just a wrist shot from the blue line, hits some bodies. Now Salmon's able to get in the slot, fires on Meggs, and Meggs with a terrific glove save again. Absolutely outstanding. See here, the first shot gets blocked and Salmon's able to gather in the slot, shoots on Meggs and just flashes the glove. Terrific save. Inferno, they win that face-off. Another wrist shot towards goal. His body's in front, though, to block that one. Salmons now has it. Finds Clark Crumpton in behind the net. Clark Crumpton feeds it back to Salmon. Salmons tries to shoot. St. Mark gets in the way. The Ice trying to clear it. They can't. Bailey does well. St. Mark now in behind the net. Spins and turns. Still has it. Couldn't find Genesis. Bailey now eyes a shot towards goal. It's loose. Scala now trying to shoot. Meggs gets down low. Makes the save. The puck was just sitting there for a moment. On the blue line. A wrist shot towards goal. His body's in front. Meggs gets down to try and save. The puck is still loose. Now the Ice finally able to exit the zone. Cochran now has the puck. Shoots towards King. It's a wrist shot. And King sees that all the way. So some big opportunities for the Perth Inferno down one end. And then Cochran just couldn't get enough on that one. King able to save. You see here. Scala just missed it. Fanned on it. Had the opportunity. Wide open net. Puck was just sitting there. Inferno keep piling on the pressure. Meggs makes a save with a loose puck. Body's falling over. See here, Cochran with that opportunity. Godfrey now. Holds on to the puck. Inferno, they do well. They trap it in. They look to feed it into the slot. There's no one there. Now the Ice, they'll go forward. Julian now. Tries a wrist shot. Hits a stick of Abby Webb. Goes up and out of play. 32 seconds remaining in the period. Inferno leading the shot count. 21-15. Webb in behind the net, gets held up. Anderson goes in there for the Ice, controls it and feeds it in front. There's just no one there. Now there's a shot from Dutton that goes wide. Anderson still there. Anderson for the Ice, still has it. Now just wraps it around the boards in behind the net, waiting for Davis Tope to try and track that one down, and does. Davis Tope still has it now. Tries to shoot towards goal. Couldn't get through the body. Davis Tope still has it. And that'll do it for 2 periods of play here at Cockburn Ice Arena between the Perth Inferno and the Melbourne Ice. The Perth Inferno, they lead it 2-1. It's a first period shorthanded goal from Elizabeth Scala. And the Inferno had a 1-0 lead after one. And they lead it 2-1 after 2 periods. Del Basso scored early in the period, and then Anderson, a terrific goal on a redirect from St. Amant. Pass off the blue line to get the Melbourne Ice right back in it. Both goaltenders have made some terrific saves in this game. And we have everything to play for in this 3rd period. We'll have a short intermission, have an ice cut, get some fresh ice out there for both teams, and we will be back for a big 20 minutes here at Cockburn Ice Arena. Stay with us, have a drink, and don't go anywhere. Welcome back to Cockburn Ice Arena for this epic game between the Perth Inferno and the Melbourne Ice. We have been treated to two fantastic games across this weekend. This is the second half of a back-to-back between these two teams. And the Perth Inferno, they currently lead 2-1. Let's have a look at the head-to-head after two periods of play today. And the Perth Inferno, they are leading 2-1, and also the shot count, 21-15. And the save percentage for Sasha King is .933. And for Jessica Meggs, .905. Both goaltenders have made some terrific saves in this game, off some really good clear-cut opportunities for either team. So both goaltenders really doing a good job in between the pipes. The Perth Inferno, 2 penalties, and the Melbourne Ice 1, and both teams have gone 0 for 1 for the Perth Inferno and 0 for 2 for the Melbourne Ice on the power play so far in this game. So unable to make the most of their power play opportunities, although the Perth Inferno did score a short-handed goal in that first period through Elizabeth Scala, a terrific short-handed goal. So both teams as well, we've seen across the weekend, aggressive on the penalty kill, so they do look to pressure and try and get control of the puck despite being a player down. It's definitely something to keep an eye on. Yesterday we did see standout performance from Danielle Butler, I felt, for the Melbourne Ice on the penalty kill, really pressuring and trying to retrieve that puck and holding the puck up along the boards. And of course the Perth Inferno, yesterday it was Sarah Salmons, and today Elizabeth Scala scoring short-handed, so they look to be aggressive as well on the penalty kill. We are set for a big 20 minutes here in the third period. The Perth Inferno to see if they can hold on. Well, the Melbourne Ice, who have seen across the start of the season, do have that, obviously they are the defending champions, they do have that championship mentality and calibre where they are never out of the contest, and it is only a 1-goal game. So all to play for here between these two teams. Davis, Tope and Salmons dropping the puck as the Melbourne Ice will shoot to the right of screen, the Perth Inferno to the left. The Inferno, they win their face-off. They just try and trip it into the ice zone. It does come back out. Now they just dump it in. St. Amart trying a little backhand pass to Anderson. It's picked off by Scala. Anderson regathers the puck now, just chips it in behind the net. St. Amart tries to feed it into the neutral zone, and Salmons picks that one off. No offside as Salmons dumps it in. Mundo just feeds it forward. Now Davis Tope had Malcolm coming in and just stood her up. Mundo now is trying to feed Davis Tope. He just chips it off the boards and just gets stood up there by Webb. Noddle now in behind the net, controls the puck. That pass is intercepted. Bailey now. It's Inferno. Still can't get it out. Raimundo keeps it in. Gets it past Julian in behind the net now. Bailey to Webb, back to Bailey. They feed it forward and they just chip it out. And it does go the length of the ice. Yeah, we do have icing. So it has been a bit of an arm wrestle today's game. There has been some sequences of play where it's just back and forth, and both defensive pairings from either team just picking off passes through the neutral zone and defending well. So the high danger chances have been hard to come by. As Julian in behind the net, feeds it back in front. No one there. Julian has it now, down behind the net. Tries to do the same. Puck comes back up towards the blue line. Now the Melbourne Ice try and redirect that one. It goes wide of King's net. Now the Inferno finally able to get it out of their own zone, but it's dumped back in potentially by Pullen, but it does hit some bodies and go out of play. Garbutt wins that one for the Inferno. They try to play it down that right wing, beats everyone. And we'll have another icing. 18:05 remaining in this one. Still plenty of time in this period. We have a face-off to the left of King. Butler wins it. St. Amart now. Cockburn controls it in that corner now. The puck gets held up. Garbutt just spins and gets away from Butler and still has it now. There's Garbutt and just skates clear. Trying to get past St. Amart, who does a great job defensively. Gets a stick in there to hold up the play. And there's a battle at the red line. Cockburn spins and tries to dump it in. Cooper, though, collects it. Now spins and plays it off the board, but Cockburn controls it and holds it. Now tries to feed it towards the net. It goes down in behind. Falling play was Butler. Cockburn now gathers. Looking for a teammate. Still holds onto it. Now feeds it up to Jackwitz at the blue line. Jackwitz just a wrist shot towards goal. It goes well wide. St. Amart feeds it back into the corner. Now in that far corner, now the puck gets held up. Nusimovic now has it for the ice. Tried to find a teammate, it was Butler. Now Salmons now breaks clear from defensive blue line through the neutral zone, streaking clear. Fires on goal and scores! Sarah Salmons with speed and buries it past Meggs. From defensive blue line into attack, as we see on the replay, Salmons in her own zone, gets clear and just fires one past Meggs. The Perth Inferno, they strike first in this third period. They take a 3-1 lead. Sarah Salmons having a massive weekend for the Perth Inferno. Now the Ice, can they reply? They feed one across the blue paint. It beats everyone. It goes in behind the net. We have a whistle. There's a tripping call. You see off the face-off here. Melbourne Ice. They fire one across the goal. And now the Melbourne Ice will be on the penalty kill. Marnie Pullen gets called for the trip. So after the Perth Inferno get their goal from Salmons to go 2 up, they'll have an opportunity here with the player advantage to go further ahead. Salmons wins that, back to Bailey at the blue line. Goes D to D. A wrist shot on goal. There's a save, there's a loose puck. Scarla couldn't quite collect. Now it's in behind the net. St. Amart's there for the Melbourne Ice. Still has it now. Just chips it up along the glass and gathers her own puck, but is worried off it. That is Salmons. Salmons gets it back now. Del Basso just tapping the stick on the ice. Got the pass and then fed it back to Salmons, but it bounced off the boards. Salmons, though, trying to collect it. Scarla does now. Del Basso loses the handle on that one. Scarla. Del Basso. Inferno, Scarla looking for a lane. Feeds it across ice. Bailey shoots towards goal. It goes wide. Salmons now gathers the puck. Finds Del Basso at the blue line. Fakes a slap shot back to Salmons. Salmons now fires towards Meggs, and Meggs makes a good pad save. Scarla tries to feed it back in front. Anderson now just lifts it up. Goes into the benches. Plenty of pressure there from the Inferno. It's a third goal for Salmons this weekend. Having a big weekend for the Perth Inferno. Lukoviak from the blue line. Garbutt was there looking for the redirect, screening in front of Meggs. Cooper to Lukoviak. Big slap shot towards Meggs, who makes the initial save, and then it bounces out. Lukoviak now just gloves that one down. He's pressured by Julian, spins, turns. Now finds Garbutt in the neutral zone. Little backhand pass, 30 seconds remaining on the power plate. The Ice get it out, but Garbutt able to gather. Enters the zone once again, but he's worried off it. Now the Ice still can't get it out. Great job from Cooper. And chips it in and tracks her own puck behind the net. Garbutt tries a little backhand pass, but that is picked off. But the Inferno, they still keep it in the Ice zone. Now the Ice off the boards. They finally get it out. Back to 5-on-5 hockey. Successful penalty kill for the Melbourne Ice as Mackenzie dumps it in, and they do make a partial change, the Inferno. 14:40 remaining in the period. Over on that far side now. The Ice, they just feed it out. Malcolm. Couldn't find a teammate. St. Lamart now gets to the red line and just dumps it in and wraps it around the boards. Cockburn now chasing after it, trying to hold up the puck in that far corner, does so successfully. Now the puck does come out. Inferno trying to get something going forward. Zoe Webb couldn't quite control it. Now the Inferno, they still have it, but gets stripped of the puck. Great defensive play from the Melbourne Ice. Now Butler down that left wing. Still has it, gets pushed along the boards. Salmons goes in there to help. Salmons now for the Inferno, able to gather the puck now with speed. Once again, Salmons now takes the blue line. Tries to deke her way through, loses the handle on it. Feeds it back to Clark Crumpton. Scala's in front of the net. Clark Crumpton can't gather. Butler tries to chip it out. Scala trying to keep it in. The Ice finally get it out. Off the bench now comes Nisimovic. Couldn't quite gather it. Now there's a battle in the neutral zone. Davis Tope can't quite control it. Now the Melbourne Ice, they keep it in the zone. They get a shot towards King, who gets down and saves. You see on the replay here, Melbourne Ice able to just keep it in the Inferno zone. Shot from the left circle. King's able to save it. Off the face-off, Anderson for the Ice. He's looking to dump it in, gets held up. Now the Inferno just chip it off the boards and out. Now Del Basso pressuring Anderson. Anderson does well, finds Davis Tope. Del Basso just turns and spins and just dumps it back in. Malcolm for the Inferno, go in on the forecheck. Down on the end boards now, the puck gets held up. Players digging away at it. Puck's not going anywhere now, it does. Davis Tope able to skate away with it. The Ice now just chip it off the boards and chase after it. Odd player rush now here, the Melbourne Ice. A wrist shot towards King. King gets down and saves. And some afters as a Melbourne Ice player gets pushed into the netting. There's plenty of spice in this one between these two teams. As we see here, a pass off the boards, and they had an odd player rush here on that left circle. A wrist shot on goal, it was Anderson. King able to save it. And after the play, you see a Melbourne Ice player go flying into the netting to the goal. As we see the wave going around Cockburn Ice Arena as the crowd gets into it. The Inferno lead this one 3-1. There's no penalty on that play. .12:30 remaining in the period. St. Lamart now gathers in the neutral zone, has time. This goes across ice, bounces off the boards. The Inferno are able to gather for a moment. The St. Lamart able to get that one now. Down at the end boards, puck is held up again. Puck is in between some skates. Godfrey now for the Melbourne Ice, able to gather the puck and try and skate clear, but gets held up. Lily McCullough now just throws one towards a goal. Goes out the other side. The Inferno though, Garbutt now able to gather the puck, dangle her way through. Garbutt shoots and scores! Unbelievable goal. Grace Garbutt for the Perth Inferno. Just picks off the pass, dangles her way through. On the forehand, able to get it past Meggs. As we see here, little backhand pass, and there's Garbutt sliding in the high slot, dangles her way through, goes onto the forehand. And the Inferno, they lead 4-1. Terrific goal. The import, Grace Garbutt. Now Danielle Butler trying to reply for the Ice. A shot on King, who just paddles that one away, and it goes up and out into the netting. So the Inferno, the midway point of this period, get an important goal through Garbutt. Terrific dangling goal. Take a 4-1 lead. Now the Inferno. Salmons now with speed. Is pressured by Butler. Spins and turns, gets worried off it. There is a shot on Meggs. Meggs able to hold on to that one. You see here, Salmons gets held up by Butler. There's a loose puck and a shot on goal. Inferno leading the shot count now, 27-18. They win that face-off. Zoe Webb, a wrist shot from the blue line, hits some legs. The ice now, just bounce it off the boards, and Anderson will track that one down in behind the net, does well. Just chips it. Davis-Tope now gathers the puck. Davis-Tope holds onto it, gets pushed down. In the corner now. Scala has it for the Inferno. Still battling away both teams. Inferno trying to get it out. St. Amant at the blue line now, wrist shot. Goes wide. In behind the net now. Anderson has it. Feeds it up to St. Amant now. St. Amant looking for a lane, shoots towards goal. Bounces off some body, goes into the far corner. Anderson will try and gather it for the ice. Does now. Tries to feed it down low, but that's blocked. And now the Perth Inferno. Salmons now just tries to chip it and get around the defender. Jackwitz does so. Now Salmons on goal, shoots. Straight into the logo. Meggs holds on. Another opportunity from Salmons, just chips it over Jackwitz, and just the speed of Salmons worries Jackwitz out. Shoots on goal and Meggs makes a save. And Jackwitz is a great skater too, so to get past Jackwitz just shows the speed of Salmons. Pullen spins and tries to get out of the zone, does so successfully. Cooper can't get to that one. Goes all the way down the other end of the ice, and that'll be icing. We have a face-off to the left of Meggs. Off the face-off, the Inferno win it. El Basso. Couldn't stick the pass there. The Melbourne Ice still trying to get it out. They do now. And feed her forward. Now Godfrey now with some room. Godfrey shoots on goal. King makes a save, but it was Lakoviak. And after the whistle, Godfrey and Lakoviak going at it. As Godfrey was going to shoot, Lakoviak with enough pressure. Godfrey couldn't get enough on it. So you see on the replay here, Godfrey gets the pass, and Lakoviak, great stick lift there, right at the last second. Terrific defensive play. And then we see behind the net. That'll be one for the video room if you're a defender. It's a beautiful stick lift as Godfrey was about to shoot on goal. So we do have 5-on-5 hockey, some offsetting penalties here. Off the face-off, the Inferno win it. Backhand pass behind the goal, and they'll try and exit the zone, which they do. Garbutt now. Abby Webb tries to bounce it off the boards. Cockburn keeps it in though, and then just wraps it around the boards, looking for Butler to gather. Does now. Butler still got the puck, spinning and turning. Gets worried off it. Nice, able to keep it in though. Garbutt collects. will go in behind King. Inferno still can't get it out. Cockburn shoots that one in behind King. St. Amart defensively with the ice. It's tracked by McClellan, able to get the pass away. The ice able to get it out. There's no one there. Salmons, little backhand pass. Looking for Zoe Webb. Magnuson now for the Inferno, trying to keep it in the zone. St. Amart tries to go across ice. It beats everyone. Salmons will go back and collect now for the Perth Inferno. Salmons off the boards, finds Magnuson. Magnuson now just backhands that one in deep. Dutton. And Melbourne Ice, they still can't get it out now. Salmons able to collect it. Still has it, Salmons. Looking for some support. Salmons now tries to cut back in and get a shot on goal. Megs had to get down and save off the pad. Another shot from Magnuson goes up and over the goal. Zoe Webb now worried off it by Anderson. Anderson in on goal now, shoots on King. And King was straight at the logo, able to make the save. So we see here, Zoe Webb gets worried off it by Anderson. Anderson in on goal, the forehand shot straight into the logo. King able to hold on. Anderson already has one goal in this game in the second period. Julian wins it. Dutton tries to shoot from the blue line. Gets blocked. Now Salmons now once again streaking clear. It's an odd player rush. Now Salmons over to the far side looking for Clark Crompton. Couldn't quite control it. Went to the backhand. And now the Melbourne Ice go back the other way. Baker now able to find Julian. But the Melbourne Ice just offside. Sarah Salmons once again from defence to attack. Some speed. Just couldn't find Clark Crompton. Just went to the backhand of Clark Crompton and couldn't quite gather it. Julian wins that one. Finds Jack Witts. The Ice just shovel it in. Julian will chase after that one with Cooper there for the Inferno. Cooper gets there first. Backhand pass to Likoviak. Likoviak feeds it forward. The Inferno finally get out now. Malcolm tries to feed into the slot. Beat everyone. Cooper now in behind the net. They feed it back in front of goal. And Megs tracking that one. Able to get down and cover it up. See here that first shot beat everyone. Goes in behind the net. Del Basso just tried to feed it back in front. Off the face-off, St. Amart collects the puck now. 7:13 remaining in the period. Butler down that left wing, takes the red line, now the blue line, able to deke her way through, get past the defender. A backhand shot on King. And King able to save it. You see here, it's Butler down that left-hand side, getting pressured, still able to get the shot away. King's able to save. Garbett and Butler will battle at the face-off. Garbett wins it for the Inferno. Kenzie couldn't feed that one through as Butler picks that one off. Now Butler has it, the right circle. Goes in behind the net now. Butler just cuts back. It's got Cochran in front of the net. Now the Melbourne Ice, they try and get a shot away, but it bounces off some bodies. Now it goes out to the neutral zone. They'll have to retreat for the delayed offside. Grigliunas dumps it back in. Georgia McClellan can't get it out of the zone. That is picked off at the blue line. Davis Tope goes in there to help. Anderson now just retreats. Starts it all over again for the Melbourne Ice. Still has the puck now. Enters the zone. Anderson now looking for a lane. Goes around the defender. Feeds it back in front. Davis Tope shoots. King gets down and makes the save. Big pad save from King. See here, Anderson able to beat the defender, feeds it back to Davis Tope. Davis Tope, the one-timer, stretching King, makes a left pad save and then covers up. That's a big, big save. Off the face-off now. The Ice can't control it. The Inferno. Clark Crumpton tries to feed Scala, beats them all. Webb tries to keep it in for the Inferno. Scala now gathers a puck. Scala still has it, looking for a lane, tries to shoot, goes off Pullen's legs. Clark Crumpton dumps it into the far corner. Anderson now for the Ice. Clark Crumpton feeds it back in front for Salmons. Tries a backhand shot. Couldn't get it through. Anderson now down that left wing. Enters the zone. Shoots towards King. There is a rebound, but there is no one there. Then King covers up. So Anderson absolutely everywhere so in the last few minutes for this Melbourne Ice team. Shoots on goal there. King able to save and cover up the rebound. Have to face off the Ice. Trying to win the puck and get a shot on goal. They do. Goes wide. Raimundo just tries to dump it in. Noddle now spins and turns and plays along the boards now. Clark Crumpton. Or is that Del Basso? It might be Del Basso looking for a teammate. Tries to feed it in front. No one there. Baker now. Just holds up. Got no support. Gets stripped of the puck. Marina Noddle now. Hits the blue line. It's got Malcolm. Feeds it backhand pass towards Del Basso. Couldn't quite control it. The puck's just sitting there. Noddle now collects the puck again. In behind the net. Battling away. Loses the puck. Now the Melbourne Ice. Godfrey. Great defensive play from the Inferno. Mackenzie now at the red line, takes the blue line, has Garbutt in support. Mackenzie still has it, feeds it in front towards Garbutt. It bounces off some legs, the puck is loose. Meggs makes a save, Garbutt now in the far corner. Feeds it back up to the blue line. A wrist shot towards goal, doesn't get through. Lakoviak now feeds it into the slot, there's no one home. Julian bounces it off the wall. Gets dispossessed by Garbutt. Garbutt now tries to shoot on goal. Great stick work there from Raimundo. And Meggs tracks the bouncing puck and covers up with 4 minutes remaining in the period. Plenty of opportunities for the Perth Inferno. See Mackenzie try to feed it in front and Garbutt on the backhand. Just try to redirect that one on goal. The Inferno lead at 4-1. Off the face-off, Salmon takes it away. Tries to find Clark Crumpton. Scala now has the puck. Spins and shoots. Bodies in front, blocking that one. The Ice now. Can't quite clear it. The Inferno, they gather at centre ice and Clark Crumpton enters the zone again, dumps it back off to Salmons. Salmons just loses the puck and the puck goes up and into the netting. Inferno, they win it. Scala still has the puck. Scala pressured by 2 Melbourne Ice players. Clark Crumpton gives it back to Scala. Dutton does well to get a stick in there. Anderson now. Davis Tope has the puck, enters the zone, shoots towards King, who just sees that one go high and wide. Pullen now jumps up off the blue line, in behind the net. Pullen looking for some teammates. Tries to feed it back in front, can't. Still down in behind the net there. Pullen loses a stick. Salmons now able to gather the puck, feed it up that right wing. Now cross ice to Scala. Scala just dumps it in as the Inferno. They'll make a change and they shoot that one on Meggs, who's taking no chances at all. So here on the replay, Scala just dubbing that in towards the goaltender, making a change. 2:52 remaining in the period. The Inferno have a 3-goal lead. Off the face-off, Jack Witts now. Finds St. Amant. Tries to feed it to Baker. The Ice trying to exit their zone. They do now. Del Basso, though. He's fanned on that one. Malcolm now. Just pushes it deep. Feeds it back now. A shot on goal. Now it went wide. Now the Ice. Can they get something going forward? Julian now. Trying to feed it to that left-hand side. Able to get the puck now again. Julian, no. Still has it now, Julian. Now we have a whistle. It's an offside on the Melbourne Ice. So the Melbourne Ice throwing everything at the Perth Inferno. Try and peg back this lead as the period winds down. Cooper can't exit the zone. Butler now has it. The Melbourne Ice gets stood up by Garbutt. Terrific defensive plate. Mackenzie just dumps it in. Will chase after her own puck in behind the net. Trying to track down Pullen. Pullen does collect. Mackenzie chases after Pullen. Does well. Mackenzie able to win the puck. Cooper just taps up one forward for the Inferno. 1:37 remaining in the period. The Ice now, great stretch pass. Cockburn now shoots on goal. That goes high and wide. Salmons now at centre ice. Back to Salmons now. Salmons just fans on that one. And the puck just squirts out to the neutral zone. Inferno just dump it in. And we have an icing with 1:01 remaining in the game. Beautiful stretch pass there, and Cockburn just shoots and it goes high. Now the Ice. Anderson. He spins and turns and tries to dump it down to Davis Tope, who has it now. Okay, gives it back to Anderson. Anderson in behind the net, feeds it in front. There is no one there in front of King. Anderson gets the puck back though. Finds Davis Tope now. Davis Tope with a wrist shot towards King and scores! Emily Davis Tope from the slot. Anderson and Davis Tope. Great passing play. A beautiful wrist shot, able to beat King. We see here, spinning and turning, Anderson, Davis Tope now, wrist shot through traffic. And it beats King. And the Melbourne Ice, they get one back very late in the period. The Inferno lead this one 4-2. .35 seconds remaining. Julian now on that left wing. Gathers the puck, enters the zone. Looks to get around the defender. Feeds it in towards the slot. There's no one there. The Inferno now, 20 seconds remaining. They go forward. A shot on goal. Meggs makes a save. There is a rebound. Malcolm has it now. Feeds it into the slot. There's no one there. Del Basso at the blue line. Will hold on to it. Will dump it down. Malcolm feeds it back to Del Basso. Del Basso looks to shoot. That's blocked. Time winding down. Another shot on goal. That goes wide. Malcolm now feeds it back in front. There's a backhand shot on goal. That goes wide. And that'll do it. The Perth Inferno. They hold on. And arm wrestle back and forth. Sasha King with some absolutely massive saves for the Perth Inferno as they go hug their goaltender. And the Perth Inferno are able to split this weekend between the Melbourne Ice in the second half of a back-to-back. They get their first win on home ice for the 2025-2026 Australian Women's Ice Hockey League season. In the third period, it was goals by Salmons and Garbutt, who stretched their lead. Davis Tope got a late one for the Melbourne Ice. But the Perth Inferno, they hold on. They get a big, big win on home ice here at Cockburn Ice Arena. An epic contest between the Melbourne Ice, the defending champions, and the Perth Inferno, who will be there at the pointy end of the season, challenging for that gold medal. A great game of hockey here today, as well as yesterday, in this doubleheader weekend between these two teams. We are Thought Fox Media Group. I am Andrew McDougall, your play-by-play commentator for the past 2 days. We thank you for joining us. Hope you enjoyed the stream. Stick around at AWIHL on YouTube, as the Melbourne Ducks and the Adelaide Rush will be playing in roughly about an hour at Ice HQ down in Melbourne. So make sure you check that out. Tune in live, hit subscribe, hit a like, leave a comment. Or 15 minutes, I've been told, that the Melbourne Ducks and the Adelaide Rush will have the opening puck drop of that game. So make sure you tune in for another great game in the Australian Women's Ice Hockey League. From all of us here at Thought Fox Media Group, hope you enjoy the rest of your weekend, and we'll see you next time.